March winds and April showers take away what we say flowers, and then comes June, autumn and you. March winds and April showers.
Hey guys, what is going on? It's Intel Designs, and last episode this is all helping you again about your YouTube startup. So last episode we created like a brand name for ourselves, something that'll get you noticed, and as soon as people see it they'll be like, oh, I know who that is. So obviously we chose the very simple name, The Gamer, so it's not that exciting, but you know, it's just an example. So now today we're actually going to start learning a few techniques about the banner design. So we're just going to drag in the logo. That's going to be, you know, what the first thing people see. Now there's loads of different types. You know, you've got to really make your mind up on what you want and what you want your banner to look like. I'm just going to switch down the old drop shadow on that. So you got to really, you know, make what do you want your banner to look like, and obviously you need to differentiate if you're going to be a gaming channel or something. So in this instance we're a gaming channel. So what I usually tend to do is maybe the text there, what you do on the bottom, you know, like gameplays, commentaries and all that sort of stuff, and then maybe a nice picture or, you know, some art over here. Now, if you're good at drawing, get a drawing tablet and draw some really cool things. That's, at the moment, that's like one of the biggest sort of most appealing things to people is hand-drawn art for different things like Minecraft. That's gone huge, and games like that. So if you're really good at that, then go for it. I'm good on paper, but I'm not good with the drawing tablet. So, you know, I don't tend to do it. I am learning, so look out for stuff in the future, but at the moment I'm just not too good at doing stuff like that, so we're just going to stick to sort of simple things. So the first thing you want to do is just position your title exactly where you want it, and I'm just going to put mine about there, nice and big in the middle, maybe there. No, yeah, nice and big in the middle. If you want the project files for this as well, it's in the description. I'll leave for the banner dimensions and stuff like that. I'll put that in the description. So I'm just going to have mine there, nice and simple. Now let's put a colour on the background that we like. So for this, to suit this sort of background, I'm going to go for a dark colour. So sorry, what I'm doing there is selecting the gradient tool. It might show as the paint bucket, but just hold and click. I'll go over to gradient tool. The gradient I've actually got is radial. You can have linear, you know, it's like a line. You can have all sorts of different things, but I'm going to go for radial, and then I'm going to start off with a light grey. I know it's quite dark, but it's light in the sense of what the other one is, to a really dark grey. And then we're just going to hit Control, click on the window there. That selects just that in the actual, you know, on that layer. And then we're just going to click in the middle, hold Shift, and just drag it out about there. It's not looking too bad. Maybe when we add some textures on it, it'll look a lot better. But yeah, that's not looking too bad. So that's the gradient tool. Obviously, you can do whatever color you want. You know, you can select 8 different colors if you wanted. You know, and you can really just experiment with this. This is just an example showing you a few hints and tips. So what we're going to do is now just select a picture. I haven't got an absolute clue where my pictures are, so I'll just go and get some textures. Let's have a look at this one and that one. So adding textures, now stuff like this really cool. It does create quite a big impact, you know, when people see it. Maybe not this, it looks a bit crappy, but this one, if you just slide that on, put that on there, put it over your banner, and then you just want to hit Control J. That'll duplicate it, and when you slide it along, don't slide along like that, because people will see the line. You need to have room to be able to rub out and make it blend in more. So maybe just move it to about there, then select your rubber, hardness on 0, and whatever brush size you need. Mine's on about 129. Flow and the opacity just leave the same, and then just rub out some of these markings here, just so it blends in a bit more. You know, there's no straight lines or anything like that. just makes it more smooth. You know, that's quite cool. Now there's a crack there, we can get sorted. So all you want to do is just select the original one again, Control J, move it along. Excuse me. Still trying to shift that cold off now. It's been what, like 3 weeks, I think. And again, do the same again, select this one and just rub out the straight lines, just so you know it's blended in. No one's going to moan or say, oh, it looks shit and all that. Again, select the original one that's untouched and then just drag it along and do the same again. If you want it, I mean, that's quite consistent. You know, there's not, people wouldn't recognize it that much. I mean, see, there's 3 marks here, but that's not too bad. But if you do really want to switch it up, then just change the orientation of it. I've gone to edit there, transformation, and flipped it horizontally. So, you know, now there won't be as many cracks from this side. So if we just select there, go on to this one, and then again, just rub out, maybe make more cracks here. Just rub out the rest of that then. And then again, select that, move it on over. Not that way. Move it on over there to about there, and maybe this time put a vertical slant on it, so it'll be upside down like that, something like that. You know, just mix it up to what you want, and that creates quite a nice gradient there, like a dark, you know, line. So that's quite cool. I'm liking that. I am really liking the look of that. So that's one way. Obviously, have a look, Google. If you go on Google and type in, if you go on images, type in grunge textures, abstract textures. There's loads of different things for you to look at. DeviantArt, that's another good website for stuff like this. There's loads for you to look at. So if you don't like the one I'm using today, I mean, that one I'm just gonna get rid of. If you don't like the one I'm using today, then go and have a look. Get something that is really groundbreaking that no one else has, and find it and get it. Use it. It's really worth it. So all we're gonna do now is just select all these. Select the top one, hold Control Shift, and then click the bottom one. That'll select all those in the middle, and then you just want to hit Control E, make it all one layer now, and then just add it as an overlay. See, and as you can see now, it's created this really cool effect. Now in the banner, that's the dimensions of the actual thing, so these lines on the top here won't show on the banner, you know, they'll be cut off. But if it is doing your heading while you're designing, which is, you know, quite alright, sometimes it does my heading, is just select your rectangular marquee tool and just chop it off. Just hit just delete, you know, and just chop it off, so it's not in your way when you're designing, it's not doing your heading. Because like I said, you know, if it is, then that's fine, it does my heading sometimes. But if you don't chop it off, doesn't matter, because you know, no one's going to see it anyway. So I'm really happy with that. It's looking quite cool. The logo and the colours I don't really like, but again, you know, you can change your mind. This is just an example. This is showing you a few effects. It's nothing set in stone. It's not an actual channel. So now we've got a nice texture on the back. Now what do we want? Should we have some gameplays and commentaries? Is that what this channel's going to do? Let's stick them on. Now for these, I'm going to be doing a banner in 3D too, using Cinema 4D. So if 3D is more your style, then I'll be doing a tutorial on that as well. So, you know, wait for that. That'll be cool. It won't just all be working in Photoshop. I'll also be doing an intro design. There'll be loads for this tutorial to really get you set up for your channel. So let's do gameplays, and just find a text that you want. Obviously, links in the description for DaFont, which is a really cool text. So I'm just going to go with American Captain because it's nice. Holy cow, it's nice and simple. Oh, sorry guys. Move it down to about there. Let's just put it on white for now. Move it down even more. So let's say commentaries. So now position that where you want it. I'm going to have mine about there. Move this over now. Control J, copy it, move it over. Change that to tutorials maybe. Control J, and then move it over again. About there, and let's do. Let me think. Oh, started a new one. If we do walkthroughs, you know, whatever your channel does, that, you know, this is a good way to tell it. If I can't think what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so if this is what your channel does, then, you know, put whatever you want. Gameplays, it could be solo game commentator, anything you want, you put. So now, a nice effect for this, if you've got a 3D title in my next tutorial, if you've got a 3D one, I'd keep these as not 3D because it can look a bit silly sometimes. You know, you can, like I said in the last tutorial, you can go over the top in design, or you can actually not go far enough. But if you do every little bit of text in 3D, it just looks a bit daft. So I'd, you know, sort of hold back from doing that. So all I tend to do is pick a colour, you know, that your theme of the channel, the theme colours. Sorry about that, it's just my friend Naz on Hoovu. Select a gradient overlay, and then, so ours is like green and yellow, so I'm going to do these in orange, like an orangey colour. Select a low one, go into a high one, maybe about that sort of colour. It's like a bronzy sort of effect, I quite like that. And then maybe you could add a stroke on it. I mean, it's pretty pointless because it's a black background, but a white stroke, that doesn't look very good. But, you know, have a play around with that. I'm just going to actually keep it with a drop shadow on. You can't notice it, but it is there. And then all you want to do is just copy and paste the layer styles by right-clicking on the layer and then hitting copy, and then paste it onto the layer styles that you want. So, yeah, that's not looking too bad. Quite happy with that. Let's add an image in there now. Let's see. That gun, maybe? No. Let's see. I can't think where anything is on this channel, on this computer, because as you can see, it is quite a mess. Let's get something from NFG, banner design, images. Oh, here, cool. Okay. Oh, this little Happy Wars character. I love Happy Wars. So, let's say your channel's a Happy Wars channel, and you want this little guy in here. Now, you know, it's totally what effect you want. You know, you might want the guy sort of here, you know, just chilling out there. If you want him to blend in with the background, and then all you need to do is go to Image, Adjustments, Black and White, turn in Black and White, and then change it to Overlay. See now, because this is quite a dark background, you can't really see, but if we just, like that, you know, he'll blend in with the background. But if we just add that back on, hit an air, go on our gradient overlay, and just lighten up the colours a bit, and he'll actually shine through a bit more then. See, there you go. Obviously, it's not the effect that we want. I mean, that looks okay, doesn't it? You know, it doesn't look terrible. But that's how you get into blend in. So if you want that sort of effect, then that's how that's done. So I'm just going to leave him there. That looks pretty okay. Oh, apologies for that, guys. So let's see now. Let's see. What else can we have? Maybe if you're a Happy Wars and a COD channel, which is quite a big difference. That would be quite a variety of a channel. Maybe the COD guy over here. Maybe that looks quite cool. I don't know. Let's add him on as an overlay. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Sometimes I wouldn't turn it black and white because, I mean, yeah, that looks quite cool, but sometimes a little bit of colour on the guys is pretty cool too. Again, his body's like going over there, but it doesn't matter, it's not going to show up. But again, if it is doing your head in, just get your marquee tool and just get rid of it. So, like that. I know he's got a little bit of gun there, just get rid of that. Yeah, that's not looking too bad, I'm quite liking that. I will be showing more, you know, sort of effects and stuff like that. So don't just think this is the only thing that I'm going to be showing you, because it looks pretty cool. I'm quite enjoying that. Obviously, I've done this 14 minutes slapping things on. You can take a couple of hours doing stuff and really make sure it's high quality, great stuff. I'm just giving you the tools to do that. So let's think of something else that we could do. Another thing I do like to do, I've sort of held back from doing it over the past couple of weeks because over the past sort of couple of designs, because it can get repetitive, but it's how you do it, that really makes a difference. It's how you use this effect. If you keep doing it, then it does get a bit repetitive. So if I just put in the gamer in some nice sort of normal text, so this is just impact, this is like a standard text you get, and then just make it really small. And you will see me doing this a load of times, but I do genuinely love this effect. Then all you want to do is Control J and copy that over, put it there, Control J, copy that over, put it there, Control J, copy that over, put it there, Control J, do it one more time, copy that over, put it there, and then all you want to do is just Control Shift and click all those, Control E, which will merge them all, and then just Control J, and then move all them over. Now I'm just going to speed this bit up, guys, because it is annoyingly repetitive, so I'm just going to quickly speed this up. Okay guys, so now that is quite genuinely hurting my eyes to look at, but it's gonna look better once I do a few things. So all you want to do is just add it on as an overlay. Now that looks a bit too in your face again, so if you just drop down the opacity to about 23, it just gives like another texture, it's another way of adding a texture on. So now if we actually put our proper colours on, let's add a light grey there, going to a bit tiny of a darker grey, about there, maybe even a bit more, a bit less, sorry. Yeah, quite liking that, it's not too bad. So there's a few effects there for you guys. I'm going to end this video now because it is 17 minutes long, and I understand it can drag on, but I'm going to be pumping tutorials out for a long time on this, so there'll be hundreds and hundreds of effects, techniques, styles, everything for you guys to watch and learn. And this genuinely is the best way to learn. I feel being self-taught and watching tutorials is the best way to learn Sony Vegas editing, Photoshop designing, anything like that. So if you stick at it, guys, and you're passionate about it and you want to make an awesome channel, then stick with these videos and watch them. Maybe watch 10 minutes of it today, cut it down, leave it, remember where you're at, save the file, and then come back to it and maybe watch another 5 minutes and just keep it going, keep it fresh. I remember when I started designing, I actually hammered it out. I did it like a couple of hours a day, but that was just me. That's the way I learned, and I genuinely love doing it. But if if it does drag on, it's like grinding. If it does drag on a bit, then just close it down and go and play on a game and chill out for a bit and then come back to it and watch a few tutorials. There's stuff that is endless that you can learn. I'm still learning now, and that's why I'm trying to teach you guys some awesome stuff as well. So take care, guys. I hope this helps someone out there, and I know my tutorials are helping some people. So thank you for the support, and take care, guys. Bye.